screen.
Sound the alarms, hit those bells and whistles. I wonder if we have an overreaction brewing because we all thought Atlanta, well, they were just kind of mailing this thing in and going to trade away Kyle Korver, and we're not going to be very good. Well, since they dealt the great shooter, they're 6-2.
Yeah.
And they whipped the Bulls from Chicago this evening. Overreaction time. The Hawks are better without Kyle Korver?
I don't think that's an overreaction at this point. Kyle Korver's a great shooter. Great shooter. One of the best we've really had in the NBA. He's in that top tier of best shooters we've had in the game. But he's a one-dimensional player. And I think when that can kind of get a little stale, you start to run sets for Kyle Korver and you're looking for him. You're looking to get him going. It's just not really going. I think he's a liability defensively. And I think, with Cleveland trading for him, he's asked to do the same thing, but at a much more limited level.
Yeah.
With Atlanta, he's got to do that same thing, but he's got to score 18 points a night on hitting 5 threes
that can do the same thing that Kyle Korver can do, right?
Channing Frye and Kevin Love and Kyrie Irving.
JR
when he's back, without a doubt. So it's like, hey, Kyle, come in, give us 12 to 15 minutes a game, if that. When you're open, let's run you around some screens, and when you get it with a little space, jack it up, see what happens. And then if not, all right, go get the towel and get yourself some Gatorade, and then we'll see what other sets we're going to run when you're not in there. For Atlanta, that was more a hefty part of what they tried to do. So when it wasn't working, the whole game plan kind of fell apart. I think now that they're a little bit more open with what they're trying to do and with what Coach Budenholzer wants to do, you're not as inclined to have to run this many sets for Kyle Korver to get him going because your offense needs it. The Cavs offense doesn't need Kyle Korver to win a game. And now without Korver on Atlanta, it's no disrespect to him. I just think there's a little bit more freedom to get different guys going.
It's interesting.
You're right. I mean, we heard, they're looking to trade Millsap. They're going to blow the whole thing up.
Fire sale.
They're what? Five seed in the Eastern Conference right now? 4 seed?
Get rid of Horford, then you deal Kyle Korver mid-season. You think this thing's done? No. They look pretty darn good and maybe somehow getting better.
The reality is they're not going anywhere. I mean, they're playing good basketball. They're 8-2 in their last 10, 6-2 since getting rid of Korver.
They're riding high in the Falcons, the Hawks. What's going on in the ATL?
Have fun with the Falcons because the Hawks playing good ball right now, but let's just face it, there's no real expectation of some going deep into the playoffs or having any sort of miracle season that sees them in the Eastern Conference Finals or the NBA Finals. Just not.